It seems like yesterday I was able to ride on Saturdays and Sundays. No problem, by the way, that's Peter Sagan. But as I got older, it's getting tougher and tougher to do that. So you already know about nutrition, hydration, compression gear, and ice baths. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 different unique ways that I'm trying to improve my recovery after rides so that I can continue to just keep riding and riding and riding. What the hell are my neighbors doing? It rained this morning, the roads are all wet, so I'm trying to wait, so I'm going to make a video. Yee! Number 1 is massage. I really like to, later on in the afternoon, after a bike ride in the morning, I like to massage my quadriceps, my hamstrings, and my calves. Very, very useful. If you know what you're doing, it doesn't take that long, maybe 5 minutes per leg. And I notice the next day, I feel much better. If I'm a lazy ass and I don't want to do it that day for whatever reason, the next day I just kind of notice my legs are a little fat.
It burns, sometimes it hurts when you say my name, but thinking of hers, I don't wanna know, don't want you to go and leave me behind. No.
Before I tell you the second method, just to let you know, the third method I think is the most effective, and we'll get to that in just a second. But number 2 is to use some passive tools so that I can get more blood flow, more oxygen into my muscles or my joints to help relieve stiffness and pain. This is an example of what I'm talking about. This particular company, Prungo, sent me this instrument here, and it's red light therapy. Now, they sponsored this video, so you're gonna have to take that with a grain of salt, but I've used many different things like this in the past for injuries, and let me show you how it works. This is just one of 3, and what happens is you can turn this on, and there's 3 different settings. There's a mild setting, a middle setting, and what do you call it? A strong setting. What this is it's red light therapy. How it works is, you can see, it almost looks like your bike light, but it's different. And then what makes it different is the wavelengths of light, and our body responds to it by bringing more oxygen and nutrients to that area. It's almost like a heating pad directed to the area, but instead of using heat, it's using light therapy. And it's supposed to have some type of healing properties, or at least stimulate your body to heal things a little bit better. Comes like with 3 of them, and with these different adapters here, you can apply it to different parts of your body. So for example, you can apply it to your knee if your knee is uncomfortable. If your hip is uncomfortable, you could apply it to muscles, you could apply it to tendons. And the idea behind it is the light is going to stimulate your body to have this response of healing faster or recovering faster. And it's kind of interesting. The cool thing I like about this, of course, because I've used things like this in the past, is that you can sit and just watch television or do something passively, and it's helping you recover much better than if you just sat on the couch on your lazy butt doing nothing.
Do you know what? I'm very fond of the chap. It's just
Watching the tour of Alps right now. So you can use these things to relax, you can use these things for recovery, you can use these things for injuries when you have inflammation and things like that. I'll put a link down below in the description. And like I said, I've used these things in the past. I've found them beneficial, and there's lots of different brands. But look at the one down in the description and see if it's something that would be right for you. The last thing that's helped my recovery is going for like a half-hour walk after dinner. It's almost like a zone 1 bike ride. There's a valid physiological reason why we should all go for a walk after eating. It has to do with insulin sensitivity. You've probably heard of insulin resistance because that's all over the internet. And what that essentially means is somebody is so out of shape, they eat so many bad foods that are highly processed, that what ends up happening is their pancreas just simply can't keep up with the demand. And the pancreas secretes insulin. There's these receptors on the cells and they're resistant to insulin. That's where the word comes from. So the person's blood sugar goes up. This is essentially what it means to be diabetic. So there's an interesting phenomenon when you walk, a certain muscle is used in your calf called a soleus. And this soleus is extremely hungry for glucose or your blood sugar. And when you do this walking, or even if you just did seated calf raises, for example, it can significantly lower your blood sugar. Realistically, any type of exercise would do it, but walking is just so easy. You gotta stop and smell the roses too. That's important. And so what happens physiologically is our muscles, the receptors for insulin that are going to allow blood sugar to enter the cells, become more receptive. So essentially it lowers our blood sugar right after we eat. And of course the side benefit of this motion of your legs allows the blood vessels to open up, and now we're getting more oxygen and nutrients to our muscles so that we can recover. So if you look in the mirror and someone's staring at you and they look really old, then watch this video right here. It shows you the 3 steps that I'm trying to take to try to fight off the age decline that we all think is normal. I am stubbornly trying to fight it. This video will explain exactly how I'm trying to win this race. We don't win, we just go down kicking.
'Cause